Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Raya, and I'm really happy you're here with us today.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Thanks for spending some time with us. You know what? Something funny happened to me earlier today.
Oh? What happened?
I was making dinner and realized I was thinking about what to cook entirely in English. Like, my internal monologue was in English without me even trying.
Oh, that's great! I remember when I was trying to learn how to do that. It took so much effort at first.
Right? I used to translate everything in my head. It was so slow and exhausting.
Me too. And by the time I translated what I wanted to say, the conversation had already moved on.
Exactly. I'd be 3 sentences behind everyone else.
But now it's so much easier, isn't it?
So much easier. And that's actually what we want to talk about today.
Today, we're talking about something that can really transform your English learning. How to think in English instead of translating.
This is such an important topic because thinking in English makes everything faster and more natural.
Exactly. And it's not as hard as people think. It just takes practice and the right approach.
Once you start thinking in English, speaking becomes so much easier. You're not fighting with translation anymore.
Right. So today, we'll talk about why it matters, share practical techniques you can use right away, and help you get started on this journey.
Let's do it!
Before we dive in, just a quick reminder, if you're enjoying these conversations, you can subscribe to the channel.
And if this episode feels helpful or gives you some good ideas, giving it a thumbs up really supports us.
This episode can really change how you approach learning English.
So if it helps you, your support helps us create more content like this.
Thank you. Now let's get into it.
So let's start with the basics. Why is thinking in English so important?
Well, when you translate in your head, you're adding an extra step. You think in your native language, translate it to English, and then speak.
So it's slower and takes more mental energy.
Exactly, and it's exhausting. But when you think directly in English, you skip that translation step completely. Your thoughts and words flow naturally together.
And it probably sounds more natural too, right? Because you're not just swapping words.
It does. You're not just translating words, you're thinking in the structure and rhythm of English itself.
Okay, so how do you actually start thinking in English? It sounds abstract.
It's easier than you think. You start small and simple and build from there.
Like what? Give me concrete examples.
First, talk to yourself in English. Narrate what you're doing throughout the day. I'm making coffee. I'm opening the door. I'm feeling tired.
So, like a running commentary of your entire day?
Exactly. It sounds silly, but it really works. Your brain starts to use English automatically.
Okay, what else?
Second, think in simple sentences. Don't try to translate complex thoughts right away. Start with basics. I'm hungry. It's cold. That's nice.
So you're training your brain to use English first, not your native language.
Yes. Third, when you don't know a word, describe it instead of translating. Like if you don't know refrigerator, just think, the cold box for food.
Oh, that's smart. You're still thinking in English even without a perfect vocabulary.
Exactly. And fourth, immerse yourself. Change your phone to English, think about your plans in English, and even argue with yourself in English.
Argue with yourself?
Why not? It's good practice.
But what about when you're tired or stressed? I feel like my brain automatically switches back.
That's completely normal. When you're tired, your brain wants the easy, familiar path.
So what do you do in those moments?
Be patient with yourself. Some days will be easier than others. Just keep practicing, even if it's just for a few minutes.
When I first started trying to think in English, I felt absolutely ridiculous.
Why? What were you doing?
I was literally walking around my apartment narrating everything out loud. I'm sitting down. I'm standing up. I'm drinking water. I'm looking out the window.
That must have looked funny if anyone saw you.
It would have. But I lived alone, so it was fine. I felt silly, though.
But did it help?
Actually, yes. After a few weeks, I noticed I was thinking in English without even trying. Like, I'd be planning my day and suddenly realize I was doing it all in English automatically.
That's amazing. That's exactly how it works. Your brain adapts.
And then speaking got so much easier because I wasn't translating anymore. The words were just there.
My challenge was different. I kept trying to think in complex sentences right from the start.
What do you mean?
Like, I'd try to think, I'm contemplating whether I should go to the store or stay home and relax. Way too complicated for a beginner.
And what happened?
I'd get frustrated and give up. My brain couldn't handle that complexity in a new language yet.
So what did you do differently?
I started with super basic thoughts. I want food, store or home. Just the essentials. And gradually, over months, my internal English got more detailed and complex.
So you built up to it naturally.
Exactly. You can't force it. You have to grow into it step by step.
Let's practice some simple self-talk that you can use right now, today.
Okay, I'll start with some basic examples. Just listen and notice how simple they are. I'm sitting. I'm listening. I feel good.
I'm learning English. This is helpful. I want to practice more.
See? Simple present tense. We're just describing what's happening right now.
Now let's try with feelings and thoughts, not just actions.
I'm tired today. I need coffee. That sounds good.
I'm thinking about dinner. Maybe pasta. Yes, pasta sounds nice.
Notice we're not translating anything. We're just thinking in basic, simple English.
And you can do this anytime. In the shower, on a walk, waiting for the bus, cooking dinner.
Exactly. The more you do it, the more natural and automatic it becomes.
Start with 5 minutes a day. Just talk to yourself in English. That's all you need to begin.
And don't worry if it feels strange or awkward at first. Everyone feels that way. It gets easier with practice.
It really does. You know what's interesting? I don't even notice when I'm thinking in English anymore. It just happens.
Really? When did that shift happen for you?
I'm not sure exactly. It was so gradual. One day, I just realized I was making plans in English without any effort.
That's how it happens. It sneaks up on you quietly.
Do you ever still translate in your head? Or is it always English now?
Sometimes I do, especially when I'm really tired or talking about something really complicated or technical.
Same here. And I think that's okay. We don't have to be perfect all the time.
No, we don't. The goal isn't to think in your native language again. The goal is to be comfortable thinking in English when needed.
Right. It's about flexibility and choice, not complete elimination.
And honestly, I think bilingual thinking makes your brain stronger and more flexible.
How so?
You're constantly switching between languages, between perspectives, between different ways of expressing the same ideas. That's serious mental exercise.
I never thought about it like that. But you're absolutely right.
So don't feel bad if you still think in your native language sometimes. You're just using all the tools you have.
That's a really healthy way to think about it.
Learning to think in English is one of the most powerful things you can do for your language skills. It changes everything.
It's not about perfection or never using your native language. It's about building the ability to think directly in English when you want to.
Start small. Talk to yourself in simple English. Narrate your day. Describe what you see, what you feel, what you're doing.
And be patient with yourself. This is a gradual process, not something that happens overnight or even in a few weeks.
Some days will be easier than others. When you're tired or stressed, your brain might switch back to your native language. That's completely normal and okay.
The key is consistency, not perfection. 5 minutes a day of thinking in English is infinitely better than nothing.
And remember, every bilingual person went through this same process. You're not alone in this journey.
Your brain is more capable than you think. Give it time and practice, and you'll be amazed at what you can do. Now, we'd really love to hear from you about your experience.
Do you try to think in English? How's it going for you so far?
Or are you just starting this journey right now?
Write a sentence or two in the comments. You can say something like, I try to narrate my day in English, or I still translate everything and want to stop, or I'm just starting to think in English sometimes.
And if you have any tips that worked well for you, please share those too. We can all learn from each other's experiences.
If this episode inspired you or gave you practical ideas you can actually use, share it with someone else who's learning English.
Sometimes just knowing you're not the only one struggling with this makes all the difference.
Thank you so much for being here and learning with us today.
We really appreciate you.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.